Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationships with ourselves first, okay? So that we can have a healthy relationship outside of ourselves, but using our intuition, okay? So we can identify our soul family, our soul tribe, okay? Because we are tuning into the universe to co-create with the universe, because the universe doesn't co-create without you, all right? You just have to tune into your intuition for good health, good wealth, but it comes from the essence of love, because in the energy, someone feels like they're doing it all. Maybe an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. But that's the energy. That's the soul of the self. It feels like it's in a burden. Maybe it's struggling. Okay. If somebody needs to release, because someone is very overstressed, burnt out. Yeah, maybe they're burnt out because they've done a long-term view with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. So now we're looking at someone that's looking at like an understanding of someone's value, someone's hard work. Is it any point investing? It seems like an investment becomes an burden when it comes to long-term goals. Short-term goals, yes. Long-term, it's a burden. It was more like they're not really interested in long-term healthy goals. It's more quick wins for a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. So now we're seeing like a burnout when it comes to investment, because the energy seems to be frustrated because things are taking too long to come to fruition. So now the efforts is not really rewarding. It's more a burnout. But you have to remain patient, because someone feels like they carry it all. Well, when you want to fight for someone because they're worth doing projects for, serves you right, innit? Never put all your effort into one person and you leave yourself out, because now there's fights, you know. It sounds like Papoose and Remy Ma, allegedly. You know, he said he wrote 90% of her music. Now, because of this such dependence, now you're seeing a major clash in public. You can't depend on people like this. You got to find your own inner strength. Could be talking about a Leo person. You got to find your own inner strength, man. Someone's going through self-doubt. Why? Because they're looking at personal goals. Now, personal goals become a self-doubt, you know, especially by the soul of the self. So now maybe someone feels weak and insecure when it comes to the energy. So someone could be displaying some raw emotions due to a struggle. Someone feels burnt out, man. And it's also pride, isn't it? People are staying away because of pride. Past actions caught up with people, you know, superficial people. Now finding the struggle. And now they're carrying the emotions of regret. Why? Because someone was carrying someone's burden. That burden becomes a failure, because you can't go around saying people are worth fighting for when their credentials is a failure, but the image isn't. So now someone's disappointed. So now we've got the emotions are in grief now, in the brief. Why? Because maybe a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person has to let go of any emotional baggage that's weighing them down, because it's now looking at Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person doing it all, maybe. So maybe you're seeing like your emotions. Someone really needs to start truly living their life, you know, because there is an opportunity for a fresh start, but they're allowing a burden of others keep them away from like new relationships. But you know what? You can't force the horse to the river of love, you know. You can only make it sit there in disappointment for as long as it likes. If they want to sit in grief and loss and pessimism, you got to continue with your life, man, and find your own inner strength. Because maybe the people, the energy is not the same. Because someone's energy, their inner strength doesn't match with their energy. It's a burden. It's a burden, man. Been around weak-ass people. This is karmic, I bet. Someone's around a karmic person's made them weak, and now they regret. This seems to be a failure when it comes to the emotions. There seems to be more grief in the brief when it comes to a Wheel of Fortune. The major arcana, what we all have the capability of tuning into, because someone feels like they're taking a very different turning point, and it's a bad one right now. It's a cycle that probably someone cannot control, because why? No matter what you do, the Wheel of Fortune always turning. So you're either going to be on the karmic side of the cycle, listen to your intuition to go to your destiny, or you're going to turn this wheel of fortune into a change, into a fate, which will have always up and down emotions because of your energy. And now you don't have the strength to go through your wheel of fortune. So now someone's looking at an Aquarius person, creating a turning point. There could be stars, could be someone looking for healing, a wish fulfillment, or the beacon of lights. They think the star is outside of themselves. It's within you, you know. So someone's very disappointed when it comes to maybe the star energy. It's more revenue hype. It's revenue hype, man. You know, some people just have to admit, you had your 5 minutes of fame. Move on, seek within yourself to develop into something new. Do you know what I mean? Into something more beautiful. Everything is an experience that we have. It's a lesson, you know. So we can turn the wheel of fortune, but in a healthy way. So someone's looking at expansion and a horizon, a new horizon, because it seems to be the emotions of regret. Because they're looking at the wheel of fortune, but what's making them not go through the wheel of fortune is carrying other people's burdens. Yeah, maybe there's looking at a turning point. Somebody wants to celebrate, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. They thought they'd be entering a happy time in their life. So they were reconnecting with long lost friends, relatives, loved ones. You know what I mean? They were celebrating something important. You know, a milestone in their life. Maybe with a fire sign person. So they were spending quality time with these people. They thought it was important to them. So they looked upon these people as friends to celebrate with, to collaborate with, to create with within their community. To bring in that good luck. I think you don't rely on each other way too much. That's why they're burnt out. I think there's a group of people out here, yeah, that act like they're not friends, they don't depend on each other, but behind the scenes of their fun war on social media, they meet up and they share each other's problems, and now it's a burnout for these people. It is, because it wasn't it was they rely on each other too much. Maybe a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person relies way too much on this third party Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. And now there's a turning point, unpredictable. Now there's ups and downs of a fire sign person, because now a fire sign person feels regret. Because now they look at the inner strength. Now they've got self-doubt now. When it comes to friendships, when it comes to celebration, events, they thought these people are important. Whoever's on your birthday and who you celebrate with, that's who you seem important, but you're celebrating with frenemies. Do you know what I mean? Imagine how much money they spent on these people. Not just money, but emotions and energy. It's a waste of time, man. And now they go up and down. Up and down. Because now there's sudden awareness now, you know, when it comes to the emotions. Someone wants to choose happiness maybe, or maybe accept that they have a burnout in this group of people. So now someone wants to withdraw, maybe an Aries, like a Taurus person, for self-respect. Show me your friends and tell you who you are. And if you're going to hang around with these people, you're not aligning with your better self. So someone needs to check in for a realignment, because this is all about self-respect. Someone has to go into introspection. Maybe an upside down Queen of Wands. All right, a over self-confident person, a selfish, jealous, insecure person with a narrow mind, very deceptive person. So someone has to go realign themselves and go and find happiness. Maybe they're seeing a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, a third party energy when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune. It's all about Wheel of Fortune. And now there's regret. Why? Because frenemies, man, celebrating with frenemies, man. People don't really care about you. They just want to line their pocket. Now someone's heartbroken. Someone's doing it all. Maybe a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person's heartbroken about Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. So we're seeing the struggle. Because in the thoughts of the seat of the soul, remember the heart, because we've got 3 of swords now. The seat of the soul, Burn out, man. Burn out. Heartbreak. Heartbreak. Because someone... It's never easy to hear at the moment, but grief and heartbreak can be defining, and it can rebuild our character. It's just don't block the heart. The heart is the seat of the soul. Because that's how the lion conquered the jungle. It's through the heart. The heart is the seat of the soul. You got to go back into self-respect. Because someone doesn't have no self-respect, that will bring back the courage. You know, it's about self-respect, man. Show me your friends and tell you who you are. So now someone's heart is suffering from their experiences. Do you know what I mean? They're not being true to themselves. They're going against their better judgment, you know. But you can, if you find the meaning to life, it can make you stronger. But someone's focusing on their past, maybe an air sign person. But you need to focus on what's ahead and dust off. And keep going. Just keep going. Just don't take on the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius burden. Look at your own burdens. Because it seems to be, it's giving you self-doubt towards your own courage to go for your own wish fulfillment, your own wheel of fortune. Maybe somebody likes to hang on your coattail because it's all about celebrations, investments, you know, collaboration. But I just think it's a group of people that get together, they don't like each other, but it's about the couples, isn't it? So now they're overcommitted to each other for no fucking reason. So now you're looking at a Leo person overcommitted himself to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. So now he's in regret, serves him fucking right. Serves him right. Now they're in disorganization. They don't have no self-respect. They have to reprioritize their foundation, man, because they lack balance, overwhelmed. Someone done a mad gamble, man, a very reckless gamble. Now they're frustrated with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, a Leo person, because now this seems to be the energy of the thoughts is heartbreak. But the emotions, it feels like it's swimming in disappointments, because now we're looking at grief, you know. Sex can't make you go everywhere, man. You know, so now we're looking at a situation where someone's very reckless, I meant to say, and frustrated when it comes to their emotions with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, because someone looking at the positivity of a Leo person, going for good luck, because maybe they're going forward, speed action. So now we're looking at a situation, someone's in regret and disappointment, because they wanted to overcommit a Leo person to something. But the soul is in the heart, though. And the soul keeps pushing towards a turning point for a fire sign person. So there's going to be a turning point for a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. I think that's a karmic friend or karmic couple in a cycle, trying to interrupt someone's destiny by overcommitment, because this person is very disorganized. They don't prioritize their life. They expect people to do it for them. So now the strength of a Taurus person is weak, insecure, no energy. They carry too much raw emotions and they struggle with their pride. So now the emotions is in regret, because someone is coming out with the truth, confessions about brutality, echoes and frustrations when it comes to Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person and a Leo person. Because now we're looking at a disaster. Someone has to rethink an idea, maybe a fire sign person or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, when it comes to entering a happy time in one's life for a turning point. Somebody needs to reconnect, or somebody wants to reconnect to a long lost friend, maybe, or a relative. Maybe a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person or a Leo person when it comes to expansion of creativity within the community. Someone's looking at happiness because someone is living in betrayal, deception. When it comes to Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, when it comes to the thoughts, it's under brutality. Why? Because of thievery, dishonesty, and trying to get away with it. This is why the soul of the self is burnt out and in heartbreak, because someone's acting out now. Why? Because strategy is all about trickeries and fraud. And this is why the thoughts are continuously in frustration, brutality, because they're looking at a disaster when it comes with a Leo person. A Leo person's too happy. And they're in regret because a Leo person's looking at a turning point with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. And they're trying to create brutality with a fire sign person and a Gemini person, Libra person, Aquarius person. Due to a friendship maybe, or a reunion to create within their community, because they've had a sudden awareness. They were choosing happiness, accepting. Maybe they want to retreat, withdraw from a community of people for a while, to check in, to realign, to heal, and to rethink an idea, because someone had clouded judgment about a fire sign person, or a fire sign person had clouded judgment about Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, but seems to be inner clarity. There seems to be inner clarity and movement into sudden awareness of choosing happiness, because someone has the willpower to have self-discipline and self-correction and self-control, because all it needs, to go into the Wheel of Fortune is correction of flaws, walk in love, and talk in truth. Why is it that hard? So someone's trying to overcome their trials and tribulations and regain control away from maybe a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, or a fire sign person. Take it as it resonates. Someone has the strength and the willpower to move away from this group of people or third-party energy. Because the more they're around these, remember, it's energy, it's not connected. The weakest link, that's what I just heard. The weakest link. Why? Because the energy is not connecting. It's not aligning with the sun, the soul of someone, which is a Leo person. Their energy is too weak for this person. So they have to move forward and regain control, because they have the strength and the willpower, So someone's ensuring that there's going to be a victory for a pathway of obstacles. Even though for a victory, there's going to be obstacles ahead. But the key message is to maintain your focus and merge successfully onto your next phase. And that's sudden awareness, empathy. Someone doesn't have no empathy, boy. That means that's a sociopath or a psychopath in this group. It could be a Cancer person. So you have to stay focused. All right, and follow your plans with confidence. Move forward. You have the willpower to go for a journey into choosing happiness. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, because they've got lots of sparkling ideas to embark on if they turn their back on a Cancer person and a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Because these two entities in this masculine energy, they like to give people their burdens. They like brutality. They like frustrations. They like to bring disaster for people to rethink of ideas that they want to pinch in the end. They like to bring clouded judgments, and it's not matching to the sun of this Leo person, or the willpower. It's not working. It's more failures, disappointments, grief, regret. I felt they relied too much on the sun. And remember, the sun also needs the moon, Do you understand? So I think there's no balance here. There's no balance. So someone's going for a new beginning, because you've seen the possibilities. This is an innocent person, an Aries, Sagittarius person, very innocent person, a little bit spontaneous, maybe a little bit like Peter Pan. He's got to trust more in his life, go more for blind. He went for blind faith and not blinded by the eye, and went for the faith. Someone's looking at adventure anyway, opportunities, information, excitement, freedom, news, something to explore, a free spirit. We're meant to be like free spirits, We're looking at the limitless potentials, embarking in something new. When you choose happiness, okay? Maybe not have a plan in place at the moment, but you know where you're heading. It's not where you are, it's where you end up. So you need to be more active and create. Do you understand? Someone's quite restless when it comes to creation, but turn your back on people, things in place and not serving for your highest good. But be sure to put some energy into your own ideas and your journey. Okay, so make sure you do lots of planning before you jump in. Maybe someone's finding a mentor because they had a sudden awareness of happiness. A Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, you need to move forward. That's not the one. Not a very good person. His mind is too much. He shouldn't even be an advisor or a healer, whatever he is, mentor. His mind is not pure enough. With a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo person, too greedy. Too greedy. Okay, because the foundation of his thoughts, and a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person is too much under envy, greedy. It's too much under possessiveness. Someone has to protect their resources. A fire sign person has to protect their resources from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. A self-centered, overspending person that likes to bring obstacles. And now maybe they're heartbroken thinking about a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. But they can do it all. And now there's envy and jealousy. Why? Because they can't do it all. They need people. So this is where karmics come in with their jealousy, obsession, possessive. I want to be like the divine feminine, or I want to be like the divine masculine. Why? Lost souls. Lost souls, man, that like to put burdens onto other people. So now there's a heartbreak going on. Because maybe a fire sign person was too overly committed to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. They jeopardize their own happiness. So now someone's in regret. Why? Because a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person looking at the positivity of a Leo person, going for an expansion maybe. So because of this, they bring confusion, brutality to the thoughts about a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person maybe. Or looking at the thoughts though, when it comes to Wheel of Fortune, when it comes to a Leo person, they're looking at frustration, disaster. They want this Leo person to rethink an idea. Why? Because they rely on this fire sign too much. This fire sign overly committed themselves to a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person and a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Now they're unhappy about their decision. Unhappy. I told you, unhappy about their decision. Unhappy. Why? Judgment card is here. They have to do some self-reflection. And someone done some reflecting on a group of people, like a friends maybe, or relative, loved ones, long lost friends, maybe in a Cancer person, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. And let me tell you something, that decision made a very significant stage in someone's life when it comes to their journey. Do you understand? And this journey is not going to be an easy one with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person when it comes to a Leo person. Why? Because the strength of a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, when it comes to their inner strength, weak bitch. Insecure. That's why Leo overly commit themselves to this person. Why? Because it's a low self-esteem, raw, emotional person. But then they'll look at divine feminine, give them 3 months and say, oh, you're emotionally unstable. Now, where did you get the analyzation from, my youth? So this is why there's judgment here now. That's why there's judgment here. Self-reflection. Look in the mirror. You're a Taurus person, Leo person. You lot are unstable. Yes, they thought they was close to a significant stage in their journey. Because a Leo person was overly committed to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. So they were very comfortable in sharing their struggles with each other. Do you know what I mean? So now there's time to face the challenge ahead. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person and a Leo person. There you go. Because now you're having a fucking awakening. Oh yeah. There's going to be a new faith for someone. Because why? A reckoning. Awakening. Redemption. Someone's looking at mercy from a fire sign person. Mercy. So they ran promiscuously to an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Why? The ego of a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person is a weak ass bitch. Can't do shit by themselves. So they was relying on a Leo, Sagittarius person when it comes to fame. But someone's losing recognition. They're going to be unpopular, discredited, and look at disappointment. Yes. Oh, yeah. Why? Because of personal transformation from a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Now they have unfinished business. Now you're looking at emotional baggage. Looking at emotional baggage with a Leo, Sagittarius person and a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. This is why there's a Leo person overly committed to a Taurus person. That is the sugar daddy. That is, let me behave myself. Let me behave. So someone turned their back onto their own happiness, a Leo person, and overly committed themselves to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. So now, because the strength of this person, when it comes to the lion within, it's weak. It's a weak-ass bitch. There you go. Worth fighting for. Now you have to really do that self-reflection now. Because why? They went by the ego. Why? Because someone didn't want to lose their fame. Oh, gosh. So they relied. The Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person was relying on the pleasures of the sun. Do you understand? To sit in regret and disappointment. Why? Because they went to rely also on a King of Cups to bring brutality and frustrations. So they were teaming up with a Cancer person. Oh, yeah. Why? They wanted to bring conflict, upheaval. They wanted to bring loss and disagreements because they saw a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person as competition. So they wanted to win at any cost, a Cancer, Pisces person. So he looks like he's an emotionally balanced, compassionate person. But no, his thoughts are all about brutality. But outside of himself, he looks like he's supportive, he's balanced, he's a leader. I don't tolerate nothing. I'm empathy. No, King of Cups, you need to move forward because you like celebrations with your third-party person. But these people were relying on confusions about an air sign person because the thought of this King of Cups, do you understand? He has his own clouded judgment. Why? Because his thoughts is about brutality against a Leo person, this Cancer person, a third-party person that he went fighting for a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, but her pom-pom never belonged to this fire sign. Serves you right, Adiwale Akinwa Abaji. When you barge your way into people's life, there you go. Now you got a judgment now. Oh, never mind. So now we're looking at upside down King of Pentacles. When it comes to this businessman, greedy, or King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Greedy, man. His emotions, he outside, he looks like, oh, I'm this amazing person. No, he's not. He's a lying, stealing, cheating little rat bag. He's into greed, overindulgence, materialistic callback. He's a stubborn person, very obsessed with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person and their movements into celebration. They were obsessed with creating. They were communicating. They were happy to collaborate. They were happy. They were moving in silence behind an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. So now an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person needs to turn his back on this group of people because a Cancer, Scorpio person is in collaboration with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Could be a King of Pentacles and a female. So now we're looking at the thoughts of this upside down King of Pentacles when it comes to his money, or two masculines in one, or there's one masculine that is a businessman, a King of Cups. He is obsessed with wealth and status, and that's why he does corruption with his financial mishaps with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. I'm telling you, man, this person is corrupted. He brought deception because he was thieving. He's very dishonest. He's trying to get away with it, and he's acting on strategy. Trickery, dickery, doc is a fraudster. He's no businessman. He's a fucking fraud. He was looking for inspirational ideas from an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person to bring his turning point. So stop acting like these people are my friend. They're not your friend. They're your frenemies, my friend. They're looking at information from you. They're excited. They're looking at freedom from an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person when it comes to business. They're just taking their ideas. And now someone has to choose their own happiness. A fire sign person has to turn his back on a Cancer person, and a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Take it as it resonates. You got to use your intuition, man. Because now you're looking at ambition, fast thinking. Told you, upside down Empress, man. They were taking this fire sign for an idiot. They were taking the inspirational ideas. They were taking limitless potentials of his freedom. They were exploring messages, information, and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, upside down Empress, kept going back to King of Cups and sharing these ideas and making money. There you go. Now someone's under judgment because of that decision, because they were looking for a new phase. Do you understand? They wanted to reckon. It's like, I've got to destroy one person to become something. Do you understand? This is what we're here in right now. I've got to destroy one person for me and someone else to make it in life. A turning point. So look at a karmic life cycle now. Because the King of Cups is looking at karmic debt for his brutality of his thoughts. Now he's frustrated about a devastation. Because a Leo person has turned their back on this masculine. Why? Because emotional fucking immature bastard. Insecure person, man. He wanted disappointment for a fire sign person when it comes to new ideas. Because why? When it comes to his emotions, creativity comes from emotions. The man don't have no emotion. So he's relying on a fire signs person sparking ideas by using the upside down Empress. Someone pretending to love this masculine or want to marry this masculine or want to do something with the masculine with this fire sign person. Let me tell you. Because they want to recover from their poverty. So this is a karmic lesson. When it comes to someone memorizing with an old person, like a friend. These could be two friends, you know. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. A childhood friend or something. Or an ex to this Queen of Pentacles. Because now we're looking at, she was playing it small with this Cancer person. But now we look at the obstacles, the delays, the lack of planning, the foresight. They were training to travel. They were traveling together, man. So this Queen of Pentacles wanted to look like she was nurturing, she was practical, she was supportive, she was reliable to an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. She was looking at working on maybe being a parent with this person, looking at security. But she's lying. She's lying. She's lying. She's into betrayal. She's into deception. She's a very dishonest person, trying to get away with it though. She's acting on strategy, trickery, dickery, doc. She's a fraudster. She's going to spiritual prison with her negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonment. That's where she's fucking going. Yeah, because she's a very promiscuous person. But it served this Leo person right. There you go, upside down Empress, trying to be the Empress. They was inspired by Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person because he's an arsehole. He's an arsehole. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person doing some blunt talking to maybe a fire sign person about their personal goals, self-doubt, their inner alignment, fear of the unknown. When it comes to God, because they're looking at inner truth about this manipulation. So now looking at misinformation, avoiding an ending with a lover. That's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, because they're looking for abundance and manifestation when it comes to new career and financial opportunity. This is why this masculine was in their bed. Never mind, fire sign. Serves you right. Treat people how you want to be treated, and now you definitely got someone to fight for. Oh yeah, your own fucking life now. Now you're doing it all. Never mind, it's worth fighting for. There you go. Now you're doing it all now. Someone's carrying the burden, the struggles. And that's the routine. That's the routine, the struggle of a fire sign person, looking at a routine of his struggles, looking at patience, looking at the Knight of Pentacles. Very wounded person. It's time to go heal. Someone needs to be more trustworthy to their own self. Because somebody was looking for hardworking people. Someone that reaches their goals. Because when it comes to the strength of a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, they don't have it. So they were relying on this routine with a fire sign person. So now they're looking at Aries person, unhappy family. Postponed soulmates because somebody needed money. Imagine that. Imagine being telepathically connected to someone for 5 years and they ignore you because they need to look after a whore. Never mind. So now you're looking at inner strength, lack, raw emotions now within their community or in their house. Why? Because they struggle, financial struggles. There you go. They're looking for victory. Someone's moving forward, looking at someone's routine. Someone's moving forward, a fire sign person, see these obstacles. When it comes to ambition, maybe they're determined, they've got the willpower, the control, the self-discipline to move forward, to seek their own inner strength or to keep their inner strength. Why? Because in this house with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, it's unhappy family, regrets. Because why? They're looking at a Leo person way too happy. Or they were looking at relying on a Leo person when it comes to a Taurus person. Because when it comes to the community, you lot are not looking good. I don't know where you lot's thoughts are, but I can't walk out of my community like this. I don't know how you lot did for 5 years, 12 years. You lot got no fucking shame. No empathy. That's why. These are sociopaths and a psychopath. No empathy, man. They don't get it. I don't know how you can be in this for so long. It's mad. It's madness. All for romance now. Romance for a house. Because they don't have the willpower or the strength to do it themselves. So they're looking for a turning point and bringing brutality, a King of Cups, in this yard with an Aries person or a Leo person. Because they're relying on this Wheel of Fortune, a turning point when it comes to sparkling ideas, inspiration, limitless potential for this fire sign. They just want to hang on to his coattail. It is so bad, man. It serves him right anyway. I don't know how you can stay with these people. Because this Cancer person needs to move forward. Needs to move forward, man. And you know what it is? They're unhappy. Why? Because a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person has regained back into the world. They didn't see no social media, no nothing. So ideas that went to an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, they thought they can hold on to. Why? Because an air sign person was nowhere to be seen in the world. So they went celebrating. Scorpio, Cancer person went celebrating with a fire sign person and a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Could be two businessmen and a woman. They were celebrating, collaborating. They're looking at creativities. They're looking at their community of happiness. And now, justice is here for a Libra person. Justice. Because of the way a Cancer person moves as a businessman. A greedy, overindulgent, materialistic horsepipe. Too stubborn, obsessed with wealth and status. Very corrupted person. When it comes to his movements behind an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Why? Because this person uses intuition and he acts on bias and he's very prejudiced. Why? Because he's a very manipulative person. He has a lack of emotional control. So now someone has seen this and now they're going to go for a legal dispute because the truth is out. Honesty and integrity is not in this fucking group of people. Every action has a reaction. Every cause has an effect. And we're looking at a life lesson when it comes to Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, when it comes to being a soul, having a human experience and moving maliciously behind an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Upside down Empress. Upside down Higher Priestess. A very manipulative person. Why could they use the emotions? A King of Cups. Very malicious person, man. And if he's upside down, he uses dark spiritual practices. He gives bad advice. He doesn't have no empathy. He's a psycho. He's a psychopath or a sociopath. And this is the life lesson about a Sagittarius person has to choose happiness to realign with themselves because they went rushing into sexually for an ambition or a journey. It was more like a sexual adventure. This masculine is King of Cups. He's a player. Too active. Maybe he needs to go and see a sex therapist and negotiate because now he's getting into a lawsuit. He thought he was a good competitor to a fire sign person, but he's not. The fire sign person has too much undiscovered inspirational ideas, discovering limitless potential, free spirit. And he came in as a sportsman because he likes a challenge, I guess. Maybe they both do. And someone's failing, though. Somebody's going to fail. Because now they're looking at heartbreak. They were routinely wanted to break the heart of a fire sign person. They were relying on it. Routinely, a Cancer person for their victory with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. So they were very overly committed and impatient, bringing disorganizations to reprioritize someone's life. A Leo person. So now they lack balance because someone's very overwhelmed because they gambled the situation. So now someone's frustrated, a King of Wands, heartbroken about the situation because he was doing it all as a leader. All right, he's trying to be in charge, maybe trying to bring some decisions, independence to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, very loyal, optimistic person, but he's looking at unexpected income. Someone who inspires others to create and achieve. But he went off of a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person and they stole my shit, man. And I'm after Genevieve Nadja. I don't care. I don't care. Until the day she takes her last breath, I will never stop using her as a comic example. Never. So this King of Wands is probably turning his back on a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. They were overly committed to this person. Because this person is very impatient and very disorganized. You know, they wanted victory with a Cancer person. But a Cancer person, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, they're just weak bitches, man. Just weak people. Going by the ego and not the heart. You know, it's more the ego. They're not going by anything else. So now they're overwhelmed by their gamble. Very overwhelmed. They're not doing things from the heart. It's more from the ego. It's more for fame. So someone's turning their back on a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Why? Because they're going through discredit. That's why. It's about self-respect. He has to move forward. It's about self-respect. Because this person's going through upside down 6 of Wands. Fame and fortune's going. Someone's being very discredited. Because you could be talking about ending a conflict. Or there's a struggle reaching agreement with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Because they're overly committed. They overly committed themselves. That's why. So now there's a conflict. Because they need the strength of this masculine to have their victory, to overcome their obstacles when it comes to money and fame. So now behind this masculine's back, they were creating conflicts anyway. They were biting the hand that feed them, but relies on the routine of a King of Wands. Doesn't make sense. So now they're looking at earthly bad news now, a Leo person, when it comes to work. Because now they're looking at money problems, ignorance, and someone that does not care about or appreciate you. Serves him right, man. Serves him right. So now you're looking at unhappy families now in a Leo's home. Unhappy conflict. Somebody wants to compromise or end a conflict or row. They want to reach an agreement maybe. Maybe a Cancer person with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person because of what they did. Yeah, when it comes to the Earth sign family, when it comes to Leo person, they were happy about unexpected finance. They wanted a lump sum, they wanted deeds. They were inheritance. They were fighting for this. They wanted a foundation. Why? Because they felt privileged and entitled. Because this arsehole saw someone famous, fake famous, and they saw this entitled whore in this family, fire sign family. They probably have a family business or responsibilities, value, support, issues. They just want money. That's it. So now the family is unhappy. Because they postponed soulmates for fucky. And now they have a lack of idea, intellectual inability, and failure. Failures, man. Failure. Especially if you lot have religious people in your family. You're definitely going down, my friend. Definitely going down. You lot interrupted God's plan for pussy. Pay for pussy. That was it. Pay-as-you-go pussy lifestyle. That was it. So that this family accumulate money. That's madness. So this Leo person says, no, I'm not compromising. I'm ending this conflict or row or struggle. Oh, they were trying to end a struggle, a financial struggle for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. So they were looking at production routinely. They were doing that responsibility. Therefore, yeah, slow and steady wins the waves. Financial growth, yay. We've got a good investment with a fire sign person. But guess what? Never mind. Purposely, this family bring echoes and frustration behind the King of Wands back. Why? Because they want bad luck and upheaval for this masculine. Because they were taking his money behind his back. This third party person, told y'all. Third party, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. Now, overindulgence, gossiping, bitchy, lack of social life. They're behind this King of Wands that he had a Taurus person in this house, or an Aries person in this house, or a King of Cups in this house. I'm telling you, they did not like this masculine. Behind his back, they were overindulgence on the money. They were gossiping, bitching, and now they're looking at a lack of social life. That's what they wanted for this masculine. Why? Because they wanted the ideas. Don't come outside, stay in here. We want your ideas. We want to discover you got limitless potential. We want some of that energy. It's about energy, isn't it? So the King of Cups, he bring upheaval, disaster, disorder, you know, because he has a lack of control. He thinks he's the earth. He thinks he's the universe. He thinks he can control the Wheel of Fortune. He's a fucking idiot. He's an idiot. Maybe they do them tongues in their church or something. I don't know, all that madness. And to me, all right, you're doing all that tongue. What does it say? What does it mean? I bet you don't even know. So who the hell are you lot tonguing to? You lot tonguing up, kissing up to, tonguing. Who you tonguing to? Interpret what you lot are saying, but you don't even know. But you don't even know. Let a pastor put his hand on your face and you lot are dropping down. That's too much power, my friend. That's too much, man. Why? Because he's using his intuition, misusing it. He's acting on bias, he's prejudice, he's a manipulative bastard. He's a lack of emotional control. So now the earth is here. We're going to teach these people the earth run things. You lot don't. So you lot can blame God for unaliveness of your children, of your finances, whatever. But you got to blame yourself. Why? Because your actions, your intentions, and your energy. So you can use your crystals for all the good intentions you think. But deep down, your energy, your intentions says something else. This is why it's backfiring. People will say, oh, back to sender. But they're still living with the devil. They're still playing with the devil, still working with the devil. But they'll say, back to sender. Even like with Will Smith, he annoys me. Every time he's got something to sell. Oh, my insecurities. Oh, my insecurities. But he goes home to the same woman that we all can see is dismasculating this man. But they want to say, we're healed. I just went into the box of life and for 3 years I just looked at my... No, you didn't, because you're still with your fucking baby mother. You're not making no fucking sense. Don't listen to these celebrities, man. If you're healed, you're not around the unhappy family, postponing people's lives, postponing reunions because you want money. You're relying on this cancelled reunion of soulmates. That's the devil in this community. The Earth sign family with a King of Cups. The devil family. I'll tell them myself. I don't give a shit. Because now the movements of these people, a Cancer person with a Taurus person, you're going into poverty. That's the justice now for the community. Not just for lovers, for the whole community. They went in promiscuity for a sexual adventure. Why? Because behind the back of this fire sign person, King of Wands, again at the back, they were looking at hardship. They wanted to change this masculine. Why? Because they're looking at financial losses. Financial losses. So they acted on bias, they acted on promiscuity, they acted as a player. So the player got played by a Taurus person because she was also with a third party person, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, sharing ideas from an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person to communicate money, to accumulate whatever in their community. So now they're stuck in their thoughts. Why? Because a Gemini person has found a solution and we're here to tell the truth. So now we're looking at a person, we're looking at poverty. So they went to collaborate, 3 people, 1, 2, 3. They both went to a fire sign person for inspiration ideas. But because of this, changes are happening. Disaster. They tried to avoid the tragedy. They went deeper into it. She should have just stayed. When they said, oh, you know, she breaks her silence after 5 years, she should have just fucking stayed there. She made her life even worse with this King of Cups. They made it worse, man. Do you really think God's going to make you get away with this? Get your popcorn, collectives. Get your popcorn. Because there's still more to be revealed. Oh, yeah, get your popcorn, man. Because now we're looking at negative changes for a Taurus person. Negative changes and this businessman, King of Cups. So now you're looking at a situation when it says Aries, there was 3 of them. Oh my God, I forgot about that Sagittarius. They're saying these females, oh yeah, maybe with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, gullible, all they think about is vanity. So if you've got a baby mother, sorry, she's upside down, she's no good to your kids. Maybe in front of you she's good, but behind your back, that baby was there just for finessing your money. Sagittarius person made herself a baby mother. Oh yeah, because of poverty. There you go. That could be even a Taurus person as well. There you go. Gullible when it comes to emotions. Gullible women. Gullible around. Oh, there you go. There she goes. The Queen of Wands. You're not too far away, my darling. Oh yeah, you try to act like a good businesswoman, confident. You try to hide. Maybe one of the 2 women are darker than the other. Oh yeah. So now you're looking at foresight of your emotions. You made yourself a baby mother for no reason. And now you look at the King and Queen of Wands. Anyway. Oh yeah, that decision. He made a conflict with his own counterpart. Oh yeah, lied to themselves. Oh yeah, don't worry, your baby mother's an idiot. Sagittarius woman or Cancer woman. One reason only. I'll send that picture to his granddad. You're not going to finesse me, my friend. Leo person sitting on a financial new beginning. Judgment's here. Someone's heart's being weighed. How heavy is your heart? You know, looking at indecisions, delays, postponements. You're looking at seeing the truth, the lies being exposed about prosperity with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn person and a fire sign person when it comes to financial new beginnings, new financial opportunities, new job, new business, money, investments, you name it. Looking at someone's financial security and they wanted to end their poverty by giving a burden to a fire sign person. This is entitled people. Cancer, Pisces person, or maybe this Leo person wants to release the fear, unveiling the secrets. And a Taurus person who wants to fight this Leo person because they're running down when it comes to the star energy. I don't understand enough. Someone relied on 1 or 2 man sausages to keep them in fame and fortune. That's madness. That's madness. And it looks like they're behind each other. He knows about this fire sign. I don't think this King of Wands knows about this King of Cups. The family knows about this King of Cups. And they're relying on this turning point. They don't like this King of Wands. They don't like him. They like his money and his ideas. Man, that's sad. Yeah, they got blocked creativity. They forged their expertise. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person to accumulate in this community. They forged their expertise. Why? Because they're weak. And now they're frustrated about delays now. They're frustrated about financial delays. Because now secrets are being unveiled. Because now maybe this family community of people are in regret of focusing with a Taurus person. Because now they feel as if Aquarius person is hardworking. They bring production. They got that routine of responsibility. They believe slow, steady wins the race. And they feel a missed opportunity. Yeah, they feel that missed opportunity of Aquarius person. And now their thoughts are out of depth and out of control. Why? Because they've been left behind. Why? Because Aquarius thinks they are rude, tactless, very hurtful to themselves. Hurtful to themselves, but they blame everybody else until the end. Until they realize it's them. Someone who opposes and upsets people's plans. A King of Swords. A King of Cups. So it looks like he more feels he's missing opportunity with Aquarius person. And now he feels left out in the cold. Maybe he wanted this King of Wands to not notice the Aquarius person. To miss an opportunity. Because he probably wanted a turning point with this Aquarius person. But it won't happen. Unrequited love. Told you, unrequited love. Miscarried infertilities. Repressed emotions. And Aquarius would never ever look at anyone else apart from her soulmate. She sees him all the time. King of Wands. It doesn't really matter what he does. He can misuse his intuition. He can act on bias, be manipulative, lack of emotional control, this King of Cups. But the only person that will look at you is this Taurus person, my friend, because she needs your money. But then your money is under corruption because you're obsessed with wealth and status. We never met by chance. Yeah, you fucking did, you stinking liar. Don't lie, my friend. Frenemy. So now they may be thinking and talking to a Sagittarius person. They want balance now because now they feel as if a Taurus person stabbed them behind the back. Or they stabbed a Gemini person in the back by bad mouthing, being bitter Betty. They stabbed the Sagittarius in the back. Maybe they need to go and find balance now. Because somebody was sending a curse. You know, you see like dark shadows running after you. Yeah, that's them. You know what? Nigeria, you know, I heard this and I keep hearing it lately as well. Nigeria, you need to stop playing with your witchcraft, your voodoo, hoodoo, Hindu, whatever. Because I'm hearing the moment Nigeria stops playing with that spiking, wiking shit, Africa starts to heal. So you lot are the fucking problem. And your witchcraft, your cursing. That's the 10 of swords as well, a curse. Inability to cope. Exhaustion by the thoughts, rock bottom, hitting the wall, dead end. So we're going to see this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person and this King of Cups. I saw it in my dream as well. Their back is going to be on the wall. They're going to be hitting a dead fucking end in the end. Someone got to sever ties and say goodbye to this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. You got to say goodbye, man. Oh, there you go, Queen of Wands. You got to say goodbye, my friend. You got to find your self-respect. But someone's looking at a balance, King of Wands. He's looking at his counterpart. He's learning. Because this woman with an air sign person, she keeps bringing bad news, lying. Because she keeps lying. Because she's got blocked creativity. She needs this person. It's all about fame and fortune. It's all about fame and fortune. So this King of Wands, this King of Cups is going into poverty. But this King of Wands, I don't think it's him. Because he's turned his back. And he's looking. And he's busy looking at this partnership with a Taurus person. They're going to be showing a lawsuit. Especially in spiritual world anyway. It doesn't really matter what they say or do. Yeah, they was looking at hope. They was inspired by an Aquarius. I told you he wants this Aquarius, but he don't want this King of Wands to look at this woman. And he was playing around with a Taurus person. And in the end, guess what? It's weird. It's weird. I just heard it as well. He turns his back, but in the end, the Taurus person is inspired by Aquarius person. Told you, Taurus person would have bad news, bad financial management, not finish what they started. But they're inspired by Aquarius person. They wanted to heal their financial struggle. But at the same time, both of them were wishing for an Aquarius person as a partner. Mad, isn't it? But she don't like cream pie. She likes vegan sausages. And she would never look at a pork sausage because she's got a vegan one over there. An organic masculine. That's a soul partner. So why would I take pork and a cream pie? You're not making sense, people. You're not making sense, man. And this one wants to be the Aquarius person. It's madness. Taurus person, man. It's madness. And this Cancer person, I knew it in my dream, you know. Oh my days. And there's a masculine. See when I get his face. Oh my days, he's going on my family. I don't care who he is. They tried to swap me, tried to like convince me he was Addy at some point as well. I'm going to put a bit of my story in there. These people need to stop playing with witchcraft, man. Because not everyone's weak like you lot, you know. Do you understand? A lot of people, especially these masculines, are waking up. They're beating the Jezebel energy. And it's not easy, but it can be done. Walk in truth, talk in love, and correct your flaws. Jezebel gone. Jezebel and Delilah gone. And the Genevieve Nadia gone. Because they were looking at Aquarius person, inspiration when it comes to spirituality, healing, prosperity, faith. Do you understand? So they wanted to use the ideas sent to an Aries Sagittarius person that was inspirational ideas for a Taurus person and a King of Cups. But I'm going to tell you lot again, you know, you don't want to see my face in person. Because if you're scared of me right now and you're far away doing all this madness, you don't want to see me in person. I'm not that one. And I kept warning these people for 5 years, you know. Let's not make us look bad. Let's sort this out in the private. No, I can do what I want. I'm Niger. I'm commodity. I'm all of this. Okay, then let's go and call the FBI then. So now FBI, there you go, hermit. I didn't even see that. Hermit. And that's also an FBI. Hermit. Someone's being looked into. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, and Taurus person. People that don't care about no one. Why? Because all they do is lie, steal, cheat. That's all they do. And now they're in regret. They're trying to make a run for it though. That's all they do. Deception, trickery, cheating, thieving, underhand behavior, trying to be dishonest about an Aquarius person. They bring danger. They bring risky behavior. This is the enemy masquerading as a friend. A Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person and a Taurus person masquerading as a friend. They're spying because they have a lack of consciousness when it comes to their strategy. When they want resources, they're not very resourceful. Not at all. Because you're not that flexible when you're interacting, or interconnections all about lying, stealing, cheating, and now you're trying to escape this interaction. But you can't. We're all connected. We're energy. So my readings may not resonate to you now. Do you understand? But it might resonate to you later. Don't let it be forced. Why? Because we're all energy. We all deal with the same things, but we all deal with things differently. Do you understand? So this is why you have to use your intuition, because someone's going for a karmic justice. A King of Wands, maybe, because he was in an unrequited love. Maybe he had blocked emotions because he wanted to hand it to an Aquarius person. But somebody tried to make it a turning point, so his emotions are blocked off to a Taurus person, always has been, but spiky, wikey, dikey, innit? To get the pants down, you know? So someone needs to go down for SA. I don't care what anyone says. Genevieve Nigel needs to go down for SA. I saw what she did. I saw her spiking Adiwali's drink. I see it all the time. In my dreams. I've seen this man for 3 months in my whole life. And I don't know why. Obviously, I do know why, but, you know. I'm not preaching to the choir. Soulmate connection. He shows me everything. I've seen this man nearly every day. I've got 9. I'm on my 11th book. That's how much dreams I had about this masculine. Over 4,000 dreams. Consistently. So I'm going to call the road, what's it called? The road record breaker. I'm sure I've done it, man. I'm sure I've done it. And I want to prove to everyone as well. It's not easy. No, it's not. No, it's not. When you're dealing with like twin flame energy, divine energy, soulmate energy, and on top of that, you've got to do a voodoo, doo-doo. I'm going to show you that you see the strength of love and truth. It can be anything. Anything. Just keep the heart open. No matter what struggles and tribulations you go through in life, you know, with people that are freckled with their emotions, they're into vanity, gullibility, you know, and they like unrequited love with repressed emotions. So they bring in misfortunes, deceptions, trickery, dickery, dock, because they like to go into people's homes, you know, like they are a white supremacist, you know, using the white supremacy rule book. I don't care what color you are. It could be black, white, Indian, purple. It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone, not everyone, majority of the people are using it when you go to people's home. A home is like a country or a nation. I invite you to my home. I didn't tell you to colonize my home. And my home is me. My home is my body. You know? You colonize my emotions, my thoughts, my energy, and my money. We didn't have an agreement to do that, did we? No, we didn't. So start using your intuition, people, okay? Remember, don't let my readings be forced. Let it resonate and train your intuition, because I only use the cards to prove to you your images in your mind at night when you're sleeping. Match it with the images outside of you when you're awake to bring that balance in your life. All right. It's just like when we look at the images on tarot, it's the same thing. I want to give you back your power. All right. So don't go to tarot readers like that. Train your own tarot in you. Do you understand? Study your images. Oh, I just spat. No. Oh, someone's going to get spat at this house. It's going to be raining with hailstones in this house. The energy is too dark. So where was I? Yeah, just Get your images inside and outside of you and bring it together like a tarot. Everyone uses tarot. Well, most people do, especially when it comes to the art business. They use a lot of tarot, but they're misusing the tarot, and this is why they're all going to go for a fall. All right? Just walk in love and talk in truth, and don't be a player. Don't be promiscuous, because it's energy. You're exchanging energy, and you don't know underneath the heart of that person, because you can't read their heart. You can only go from the outside with this public appearance. This is why you've got to use your intuition. Why? Because the lion rules the jungle through the heart, because the heart is the seat of the soul. And it protects you from outside forces, away from this King of Cups and this Taurus person. We all know Genevieve Nigel by now. All right? Remember, walk in love, talk in truth. Love you guys. Bye.